In this tutorial video, I'm going to be talking about the menu settings. I'm going to show you how to hide or delete pages that you don't need, how to add, remove, or organize your menu links, and also how to adjust the style and the colors. By menu, to clarify, it's this menu here on the top of your website that your website visitors will see. So to start, let's take an example where you've signed up and you don't necessarily want the blog just yet. So what you do is go to your pages and you have the option to either hide a page by making it private or to fully delete the page. Making a page private means that only people who are logged in can see that specific page. Basically, it makes it invisible to everybody except for you. To do this, you're going to scroll down and hover over the page that you want to make private. Click Quick Edit, check the private box, and click Update. Easy as that. However, if you actually want to fully delete it, then you'd hover over that page and click Trash. Wait for it to refresh, and it will confirm that you have deleted that page. One page moved to the trash. So that page is now gone. And if you want to really delete it, it's kind of like the recycling bin. Come into here and you can click Empty Trash. If you change your mind, you can click Restore and bring that page back. So that's how you can either hide a page by making it private or deleting it outright. Now let's talk about organizing the menu. We can do this in the Visual Customizer. So here we are in the Visual Customizer. On the left, we've got our controls, and on the right, we've got a preview of the website. We're going to click on Navigation Menus, and then click on the menu. So you can see the list of the menu items here match up with what we see on the website. To remove an item from the menu, click the little down arrow and click Remove. So it's now going to refresh and it's gone. So just a note that removes the page from the menu. It doesn't delete the page or actually hide the page if somebody had bookmarked that or knows the exact address to get to it. So what we just talked about earlier in this video, you could do to hide or fully delete the page. This just controls what shows up in the menu. To add a new menu item, we'll click this button here, Add Items. You can see a number of options here. The most important ones are Pages, which allow you to add one of the pages of your site to the menu, Posts, where you can link directly to a blog post if you want to, and Custom Links, where you can add a URL, which is a web address, and this is one that you'd use if you want to link to something outside of your site, such as a booking calendar. Let's add the blog back in. So here it is. We'll click on it. See a little check mark, and it appeared over here. So I'm clicking outside of the menu to close that. And now this leads right into the next step, is how to organize these. The blog is now down here at the end, and I like to in between these two options. So I will hover my mouse. I can see it change to this four direction arrow, and I'm going to click and drag it up here in between Services and Contact Me. And you can see the preview refresh to show me that. One last thing about organizing your navigation menu is that you can also click and drag a menu item to create a drop-down menu. You can make one of these items a sub-item of another by clicking and dragging it slightly over to the right. You can see the dotted box below Home, and now I drop it there, and now it has turned About into a sub-menu item of this Home, and it automatically created a little drop-down menu there. And when you're finished, save your changes by clicking Publish. But in this tutorial, we're going to now talk about styling the menu. So I'm going to put that back and go back to the top level. And under Header is where you can find the styling options, Primary Header and Primary Menu, depending if you want to change the layout or some of the font and coloring options. Let's first go into Primary Header. You can see Layout. These icons represent how the logo of your site and the menu appear. So this site doesn't have a logo set on it by default. You can add your own if you want. And here is where you choose whether it's logo on the left, menu on the right, the opposite of that, or here we have centered logo with centered menu underneath. Scrolling down a little bit, we can see mobile header is also an option. At the very bottom, we have 3 buttons here to control the preview. Right now, we're looking at the desktop preview. Here is the tablet preview, and finally the mobile preview. Now we can see the mobile icon for the menu. And if we click this, it'll become centered instead. Let's put that back for now. I'm going to go back and into primary menu and see what options we have here. So for this, I'm going to go back to desktop and show you last item in menu allows you to put something like a button at the end, which people often do if they want to have something highlighted. Maybe you want to have a Book Me link there, or a link for your offer or lead magnet. Farther down, we have some more options. See, these ones are under mobile menu, so I'm going to turn it back to mobile to see this. Menu label allows you to add some text so it becomes very clear. This little icon here is called a hamburger menu. A lot of people know to click on that to get to the menu, but maybe you think your audience won't and you just want to be super clear about that. You can add that. Other options for the mobile menu include the menu style, which is the animation when it's clicked. So by default, it's this drop down. You can change that to be a flyout or full screen. So here's an example. Let's put that back to default. The toggle button style, so right now it's filled. You can have it just be an outline. So now it's just that, or minimal. Just the text with no border. So basically filled, just a border, or just text, no border. And the radius here allows you to change between a square or circle. And without the text there, I think that would be a full circle. There we go, if you want to be a little more unique. Or you can do it like the square as we usually see. It's up to you. Scrolling down, additional options are colors and typography. So for this, I'm going to switch back to the desktop preview to show. The colors and typography you can change for both the menu and the submenu. The submenu I talked about earlier, so let's just focus on the menu. Click the little pencil and you have 3 options here. Normal is the text when you're not doing anything to it, just that white text there. Hover is when the mouse is hovering over top of it. And active is when you're clicking on it or whatever page is active. So right now this is the home page, so the home page menu icon is green. So to change the color, you click the pencil, choose which one you want to edit, and let's pretend that we wanted to put a little background effect. Slide the scale to wherever you want to go on the rainbow. Let's just put it here. Let's choose this funky purple color. And when you're done, you click outside of the box. And here we have our purple background. This might be a little bit hard to read with the green on purple, but it was just an example. For typography, similar. Click the pencil icon, and you can choose to change the font. You can search or scroll through the options there, and you can change the size, the weight, which is whether it's bold, and text transform, which means right now I think in the menu I would have typed this with capital H and then the rest lowercase, but it's transforming all the letters to uppercase. You can click none and see what it was. Yep, so there it is, just regular text, uppercase or lowercase. And here's where you can change the font size. Close out of that, and that's it. When you're all done, click Publish to save your changes. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any trouble with this, just contact me and I'd be happy to help you out. Be sure to watch the rest of the Quick Start videos.